Well, you found it. The ultimate wrestling podcast. The Malapert Smark podcast. I'll be your host. I'm Kahan. And today I have two great wrestling fans on the show with me to review classic wrestling. It's 1996, and we've made it to WarGames. If you've missed any of our series chronicling WCW after Hogan turned to the dark side and joined the New World Order, a link to the entire playlist is in the description below. That'll get you all caught up. Everything from crooked referee Nick Patrick to Macho Man's harsh criticism pushing the Giant to join the NWO. This is the conclusion of episode 79. We hope you enjoy. Alright then, we're at WarGames, but we're not going to watch the whole match. It would be like a watch-along type of match, I guess. It's kind of long. I think it's like an hour-long match, but we could just skip through it and see what happens in the end. Something happened on Saturday night, actually. They're going to review right here.
Witness Hulk Hogan and what happened with him and Hall and Nash. Also, we witnessed the beating of Luger's car. Sting turning. I tell you, what a shockwave. Certainly,
they fucked up Lex Luger's car. So they found out where Lex Luger's car was parked, and the Giant and Hall and Nash and Hogan are breaking all the windows with pipes. And on commentary today for this historical occasion is Bobby Heenan, Tony Schiavone, and the American Dream, Dusty
Rhodes, baby.
No, I don't know, but I'll tell you something. Everybody's chomping at the bit back there. Everybody's volunteering. You're going to see a fourth man out there. I just don't know who it is. You may see 10
Yes, WCW still don't know who their fourth man is either. It could be Mongo, it could be Benoit, it could be some WCW wrestler. I don't know, but we're gonna move forward to an interview.
He's been fined and suspended more than any other wrestler in World Championship Wrestling. All of a sudden becomes the savior this evening at Fall Brawl. WCW looks to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Now you blame the Giant for dropping the ball.
Macho Man's last promo before he faces the Giant tonight. NWO member the Giant.
Away from the New World Order.
Stop the music! We gotta take the universe and turn it upside down. Let it happen. Isn't it ironic? Yeah, you're right. Couldn't be more right. That I, the evil necessity of the WCW, comes to the plate and guaranteed I'm gonna hit a grand slam against the Giant. Oh yeah! Been thinking, and the only thing that I can think of is to whoop the Giant and bring it all the way to Halloween Havoc, and then take you, Hollywood Hogan, and do what I do best, rip your black heart out of your chest.
Randy Savage, one thing you have to remember, you cannot overlook the Giant. You can't be looking ahead to Halloween Havoc, even though that's your shot at Hulk Hogan in the World's Heavyweight Championship.
You might be right about that. You know what? You are right about that. In this moment in time, I'm gonna walk down that aisle, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna take the Giant and cut him in half, and he may be only 44 feet tall when I'm done with him. But brother, it's gonna be a message to the NWO that the Macho Man and the WCW will not be denied. Here I come. Ooh, yeah!
Randy Savage has that opportunity up next when he faces the Giant.
This guy is top class promo.
Yeah.
So here's the Macho Man against the Giant. The Macho Man who's talked a lot of crap about the Giant for losing. The Giant who took too much crap and ended up joining the NWO.
Defecting.
Like, so he comes out with NWO music. I think. Usually he has no music.
Beat up any employees. Here he goes. He's going to do something.
He either had no music or he had Dungeon of Doom music. Now he has NWO music.
Got to get right now. Yeah. Got to get right now. Kick him right in the teeth.
Look at Savage. He's ready. He wants him. He don't care how big he is. 8 feet tall, 800 pounds. It doesn't matter. Savage is ready.
Nick Patrick.
What? Yes, I'm like, Nick Patrick's the referee. That's never a good sign. I'm surprised he didn't DQ him.
Oh, this part's kind of cool. He's going to try to suplex him.
Fears no man. Savage has got him out.
Too much for him.
Why would he try to suplex him?
Went for it. Really went for it. Alright, let's skip forward a little bit. Macho Man does his comeback and then he tries the body slam again. That's impressive. Not as impressive as Goldberg jackhammering the Giant, but yes. Okay, here comes Hogan. Right before WarGames. Hogan's gonna come out for his NWO brethren. Very interesting. Nick Patrick is the referee here, so let's see what happens.
Stay there, Mach. Don't fall into this danger.
So the Macho Man is following Hogan down the aisle as Hogan backs up, keep backing up towards the entrance ramp, and it's an ambush. Scott Hall tries to wipe out Macho Man. Macho Man ducked it, but Kevin Nash from behind with the steel chair.
With a steel chair, yeah.
And they're whooping on Macho Man.
They proceed to beat the shit out of him.
And Nick Patrick is talking to the Giants. He's not seeing any of this.
Seeing all of this. Somebody get out here.
He's making sure the Giant's okay. He's doing his job.
Yeah, he's checking on the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Nick Patrick.
Some fan threw a soda right at him.
Take it away from him. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be an easy cover.
So they throw him into the ring, and Nick Patrick is gonna make the 3 count, and that's the end of the match. All right. If it was AEW, he would have kicked out, but I like it. They beat his ass, and that was the end. They got heat. That's how you get heat. That was the reason he lost. Okay. So good match. Interference spot. Nick Patrick, the referee, ignored all of it. So it's an NWO victory. And now we're gonna move on to WarGames. So let's forward through this as they bring down the steel cage. I always like when they do that. Whenever there's a steel cage match, like that scene where they bring down the cage is like always the best. Like, this is gonna happen. Steel cage match. Keep everyone on the inside. Okay, last promo before the match. Which member of
the 4 Horsemen has been chosen to replace the departed Sting in the WarGames matchup against the New World Order?
Tonight, we are in the house. The Horsemen belt. Sting or no Sting. It's Luger. It's Double A. And it's an inch more. The Horsemen have stepped aside. You hear that, Gene? You hear it? That's the ambulance coming down the highway. They get the outside. You hear it? That's the medics wheeling in the cars. Very shortly, the Horsemen kick ass. Woo! The fact is, Luger, you lost a friend. We lost a partner. WCW lost an icon. But the fact of the matter is, if you want something done right in this life, you were a horseman once. We're just gonna do it by ourselves. Sting or no Sting. Lex! Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Wait 1 second. I've been waiting 6 days for this. I gotta hear this, but you better make it short and sweet. I'll make it real short. All I gotta say is it was not me on Monday night. It wasn't me, Lex. I saw you. I looked you right in the face before you cheap shot at me. I know it was you, and I don't believe you. If you can't believe me, then so be it. I'll see you in a while. Luger, you're a lean, mean wrestling machine. Tonight, we walk the aisle.
It's time for the WarGames. Let's go to the ring and Michael Buffer.
This guy's a fucking character, dude.
Oh, man.
So,
where's Gene? Oh, okay, well, it doesn't matter. Gene! Oh, God, he's Flair.
So Sting came and explained himself, said it wasn't me. Robert, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what do you mean it wasn't you?
I'm surprised by that. I mean, was it like someone that just had the same build? I don't get it.
Well, I like how they're keeping this open-ended. We still don't know who the fuck is gonna be, like, whose partner or what the hell. So it's like gonna come down to the match. They have Michael Buffer here for this main event pay-per-view occasion, which is nice that they had that. It was really cool. So it's like gonna come down to the match. They have Michael Buffer here for this main event pay-per-view occasion, which is nice that they had that. It was really cool. This is the longest read he's ever done, though. Look at his page. It's like full. He reads the whole freaking rules. We all know the rules of WarGames, okay? So, 2 people come in, then 1 person comes in at a time. But yeah, if you notice, Vlad, they didn't have a match to decide which team gets the advantage, like the 2-on-1, 3-on-2.
Yeah. They flipped the coin or something, right? Or what
It's a coin flip for this one, yes. And NWO end up winning the coin flip. So, they're gonna be the ones. So, I'm gonna skip forward to the match. Let's see how it starts. I think Scott Hall and Arn Anderson are the first 2.
Oh, really? I thought it was Chris Benoit, but you're probably right.
Well, Chris Benoit's not officially in this match.
He's not in this one. Yeah.
So Scott Hall comes out with Ted DiBiase.
You're right, it is Arn.
Haven't seen him fight much down the closing of his career, like coming pretty much to an end. Still in good shape though. Looks pretty much like he always looked. Maybe a little tiny chubbier, but it's okay.
I tad, maybe.
I guess we'll check out some of the work here for the first minute, and then I'll skip forward.
Anything goes. Not a lot of strategy. Not a lot of strategy. Beat him up. Yeah, not a lot of strategy. Get off quick. That's just what is happening right here.
Nice punches. Nice selling.
Will never be the same.
Fucking awesome.
Tonight.
So good. So good. Look at Scott Hall too. Fucking great. Great professional wrestler too. The crowd is going nuts. Finally, they're in the cage and they're fighting. So this is really cool. Forward. I really want to skip forward to the ending. Okay, so the first 6 guys, we know who they are. Hall, Nash, Hogan, Ric Flair, Luger, and Arn. So let's jump to the part where we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Okay, so Hogan comes in. Ric Flair is going to be the 6th guy. Flair is going to come in to a disadvantage where it's like 3-on-1 against him. The next guy, excuse me, is going to be the NWO's 4th guy. So let's forward through that. We could watch Hogan and Flair go at it for a second. Also, great work. Great punches, great selling. Fucking got the crowd.
And the crowd is just so cheap.
Yeah, this is a crazy one. This is... Oh, yeah, knuckles, brass knuckles. It's cheating. Low blow.
Low blow. Low blow.
Call somebody.
Low blow again.
Low blow.
Best player in the game. Why not?
Hey, what? Ringing some bells. They love it in Winston-Salem. Now they've turned this thing around. That's what needed to happen.
Giving everybody next shot.
Ric Flair. Turn it around. Remember, in less than a minute now, the 4th man will arrive for
Nick Patrick is in the steel cage. There's one cameraman in the steel cage and a couple of referees. Ric Flair's got Hogan in the figure 4. Nick Patrick is checking on him. Do you give up? Do you give up?
Somebody we've never seen before.
Or someone we have seen each and every week. Uh-oh. It's Sting. It is Sting. Sting's on his way to the ring.
The 4th NWO member.
Unbelievable. Sickening, sickening, sickening. Unbelievable.
Did you ever think you'd see this? Did you ever think you'd see this?
8, 7, 6, 5.
As Lex Luger gets powerbombed by Kevin Nash in the ring. And Sting enters the
We have no one
foray.
left, right? We don't have a soul left.
Well, hopefully we do.
Hopefully.
And Lex Luger attacks him.
We got one left. We got
And he's fighting
somebody
with Lex.
left. Who? I don't know who. We got a lot of them back there.
Yeah, but you don't see anybody out here. Let's get out here now.
Sting pounding away on Flair. Sting, a part of the New World Order.
It's Luger, his best friend.
He claimed earlier that Sting claimed earlier that it wasn't him. Well, you make no mistake about it. You see them Sting chops.
All right, so the next guy is WCW's last guy.
The franchise.
So let's see who comes out to help WCW.
Now, I would assume now we're at the end of the last period. WCW can bring yet another man in.
Who will it be?
Will it
Bring
be
everybody in.
They are at a disadvantage here. They are down 3-4. Who will come out for WCW?
So the NWO have the advantage
It's
here.
obvious the
4-on-3.
one-man advantage has
They're
been the
whooping
number one
ass.
deciding factor of what's going on here. Hogan with the big leg drop.
Hogan with the leg drop.
Come on, Rick.
On Ric Flair, can't pin him though. Someone's got to quit.
Luger making his way
Someone
over.
has to surrender.
How much time we got?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Sting with the Stinger splash onto Arn Anderson on the corner. They were supposed to be teaming together tonight. Somehow the NWO pulled them away
15
from
seconds remain.
WCW. I don't know how.
Everybody.
What could they have told Sting? Told Sting.
Who
But
can this be?
8, 7,
Here we go, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the?
It's Sting. That is Sting. That is Sting. Oh, yes. Get on him, baby.
He was telling the truth.
We've got 2 Stings. Oh, yes. He was telling the truth.
That Sting was just a
Okay, now clean house. Go to work. Get the Nature Boy. Get the Enforcer. Get
So
moving.
Sting is in the ring, the real Sting. I guess the other one was an imposter, huh? Man, it was hard to keep that from Robert the whole time.
Yeah, that was hard to do.
Concentrate on Hogan.
So he's in there cleaning house, the entire NWO all by himself.
Sting and Splash.
Sting is in there, adrenaline packed,
The elevation of those
Sting and
stinger
Splash to
splashes.
everybody.
That is Sting.
No,
That is the real
But wait a
Sting.
minute, he's the only one fighting here.
They found a guy that looked pretty much like him, though.
Yeah, like a similar build and everything.
He laid him out.
You bet. He has taken the NWO to the water trough. He's done it all by himself.
Can you imagine?
And they didn't trust him.
They didn't trust him.
Well, you look at this now, confrontation. Sting
All right,
just
so
had
everyone's
words with
looking at
Luger.
Sting, all his teammates, and he's backing out.
for you right there. Wow. Is that proof enough?
Not now, not now.
He just told him to stick it. He said, is that good enough for you? And he's leaving.
So Sting looked at all his teammates. He said, "Is that good enough for you? Do you believe me now?" Gave him the finger, said, "Stick it," and walked
He
out.
showed him you thought I was a traitor. You
And
thought I was a
walks
Benedict
out
Arnold. I said I wasn't.
on WCW.
You turned your back on me. Now I want to show you that I can take the NWO
Wow.
on by myself.
Where the
I don't
fuck
need you
was
guys
he,
anymore.
first of
That's
all?
the impression
Yeah,
I
that's,
get.
I'm still wondering about that. Like,
Yeah, they
where
never
has he
explained
been?
that, why he didn't show up. So anyways, it's going to be 4-on-3 now, basically. It's going to lead to an NWO victory because Sting is gone. How does the match end? Do you remember how this match ends, Vlad?
And we were wrong.
Somebody submits. I forgot
remember who
how.
submitted?
Somebody submits.
Let me
Oh no,
flip to the end so
Luger
you can see.
submits. Luger submits.
They have the Scorpion.
Sting, I guess.
The fake Sting has a Scorpion deathlock on Luger, and Hogan is there, and Nick Patrick is checking in on him.
Right here.
Nick Patrick is checking in on him. Nick Patrick said, "Yep, he already quit."
Patrick said he gave up.
Mr. Anderson was in there with him right there. I'm telling you now.
Nick Patrick tells the other referee, like, "Yeah, he gave up. He gave up already. Don't worry about
This
it."
war game has ended with the NWO.
Winners of the War Games, representing the NWO, the New World
And Nick Patrick is raising his hands.
Nash, Hollywood Hogan.
That's right. Don't even announce Sting.
And their fourth
only
team
thing I can
member.
think of,
That's
had
what
we trusted
Michael Buffer
Sting,
said. He doesn't know who that
had
is.
the wrestlers in the
Fake
dressing room,
Sting.
we could have won this thing.
It's
So
funny.
there you go.
Too late now.
They're gonna whoop ass
Passed out to the pain.
as they always do.
Post-match beatdown.
Post-match beatdown. Lex Luger is crawling towards the entrance
I
ramp,
mean, he passes out to the pain.
yelling for Sting on his hands and knees.
That's a good shot.
That's some drama right there.
Come off. Right on the floor.
Hogan not gonna let this go. They're gonna beat him down good. They gotta beat him down good.
I know what this means.
Put him out of action. Ted DiBiase is there. The Horsemen are trying to fight back, but
Their hearts out
it's
right
kind of
here.
too much.
Their heart they got in them, I guarantee you.
But why don't
Still very, very.
the other horsemen come out here at this point? That's kind of odd.
Everything he could do to
That is
Now that the match is over.
They attacked him.
Well, the Macho Man's here.
Savage.
The Macho Man. Well, that's something at least.
Tell is still prone.
Savage has got Hogan going back to the ring with him.
And he's gone right for Hogan. Nobody else. No.
No, this is a pretty crazy way to end the pay-per-view.
The Giant is out on this
This is
end.
pretty insane.
Well, Macho Man has the next shot at Halloween Havoc, which is 6 weeks
Right.
away after this.
Hogan
It's going to be
trying to
6
escape
weeks.
Savage.
No.
No, what he's doing, he's setting Savage up. He is
And Randy
setting
Savage is stalking down Hogan. Hogan is begging him off,
Randy.
telling him, "No, please, no, please, no." And the Giant is right behind him.
Once again, they have outnumbered us all
The
night, and
NWO
they're getting
muscle.
ready to do it again.
And he's behind the Macho Man. They're gonna end the show whooping his ass too. So once again, the NWO is dominant. But Sting, okay, a lot of our post-show discussion is gonna be centered around Sting, because this is all
Sure.
about Sting. This is a very important occasion because as wrestling fans, or if you know anything about this angle, Sting, I think that's the last time we see him like this, right? After this, he ascends into the rafters.
I think one more Nitro, he comes out regularly. One more Nitro.
Interesting.
So we get-
Okay, but we do figure out why. Oh look, Miss Elizabeth comes out to stop the Macho Man.
Right. So she becomes
She's
part
really
of the
with
angle.
the Horsemen, but she still loves him. You
Right.
know, not kayfabe like in real life. So she comes in and she's gonna try to cover him with her body, and they're gonna spray paint her.
Wow, that's crazy. I remember this, but even
Go let it run while we're talking over it. So we figure out why Sting got mad at WCW. He said it wasn't me, which it wasn't. That was evident, right? And he got so offended by the fact that they accused him of this that he left them. He left them in the dust. He didn't stay and fight with them. Is that warranted? I mean, I believe it is warranted in a way because everything he's been through with Lex Luger, and Lex Luger looked him in the eye and said, I don't believe you. Like, you know, that's fucking messed up for a friend to say. It is also very incredible that he just left them and just walked out on the company, basically.
That doesn't seem like a Sting thing to do.
Exactly.
No, but I guess unless you could just say that he was hurt by that. But you know what? I was prepared to criticize how the fake Sting didn't look anything like Sting, but looking back on it in some of these videos, it kind of did a bit, actually.
I was fooled.
Dude, yeah, it totally did because Robert, I didn't want to mention it. I was going to mention it, but I was like, you know what? Let's just ride this out because Robert doesn't know, so this is going to be fun.
Right.
So just for you, Robert.
It's going to be great for Robert. It's going to be a great reveal
for you, we didn't say anything. All right, Robert, let's get some comments about the imposter Sting angle. The first time you've heard of this, I guess, that you've never seen it.
Yeah, this I never seen. From what I remember, I don't think Sting ever joined the NWO. I didn't really follow WCW as much as you guys, obviously, but I figured he never joined them. So seeing Sting attack Lex Luger coming out of the limo, that was a shock to me. Still, though, like, they never explained where he was, the real Sting. So that was still an unanswered question, and I'm curious as to who that imposter Sting really is too. Like, I don't know.
He's just a guy. I think he wrestled in like New Japan or something. They just found a guy that looked close enough, like height wise, and when you put the face paint on, it looked pretty much like him. Fooled Robert. Okay, you're right. I think the one plot hole, as I've been watching, also, why didn't he show up to Nitro, and why did he wait until the very end, right before the match, to say it wasn't me?
He just got out of jail.
yeah, exactly. I don't know, something. Tell us something. Like, yeah, I couldn't make it. You know, I had an issue or something, but nothing. He just didn't show up. They thought it was him, and he was offended by that, and he left them. So that was it. And he's going to be a loner now. If he's going to take on the NWO, it'll be by himself, which is basically what we're leading towards as the angle, Vlad. I think your and mine favorite angle in all of wrestling history is Sting against the entire of the NWO by himself, because it gets pretty hilarious because NWO are so dominant for so long, and they beat people up and leave them laying and spray paint their asses for so long. And this one guy comes, and Sting, he's so mysterious, and he doesn't say a word basically anymore. And every time he comes down, he literally whoops the whole NWO by himself, and the crowd just goes fucking apeshit every time because it's this one guy doing all these like fast, ridiculous karate moves and taking out the whole stable by himself. So that's what we have to look forward to, and this is the origins of that. So this is literally the beginning of Crow Sting, as he's called. We're gonna don the white face paint, and the trench coat, and off to the races on our favorite storyline coming up, Robert. So this is the origins of that. So now you know completely, basically, exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think I heard that this was, at least as far as the gimmick, I think Scott Hall is credited for like...
Yeah, Scott Hall said it was his idea.
Pitching the gimmick as far as Crow's thing, and if he's going to go in this direction, then maybe it should be like this. And it ended up being one of the best things they ever did, and having one of the best runs they ever had as a company. And despite how we're kind of criticizing, like the same way we criticize AEW in the sense of it's kind of vague, in the sense of why he wasn't there, why did he wait so long not to tell them, why did he call Luger prior to that, and tell him that wasn't me? Why did he wait till the show, like literally 2 minutes before the match is about to start, say, hey, that wasn't me? Okay, that's a fair criticism, absolutely. But as good as it was, I'm sure, as every wrestling thing, you could always find some sort of hole. But yeah, what's coming is going to be really phenomenal as well.
All right, Robert, any closing thoughts you want to give?
No, that was great. Now, when Sting started showing up later on as his Crow gimmick, that is around the time when I started watching WCW every now and then. Not every week, but I did like Sting, and I also was a fan of the movie The Crow. So him coming out with this gimmick really intrigued me. So I did start watching some episodes here and there, but just not consistently, though.
You were still loyal to the WWF.
Yeah, I was still mostly watching WWF, yeah.
Well, it still pulled him a little interest from him a little bit to tune in. That's something, so that's cool.
That's something. They took a loyal WWF watcher and at least got them to flip the channel once in a while.
Well, literally, this is going to tip the ratings on its side. Like, WCW is going to start winning because of this, because this is so freaking good.
Yeah, I think they're already winning at this point, but yeah.
We need to look that up. On the opening of the next show, we'll look up some of the ratings and see what's going on with that. But for right now, that's good enough for today. This was a long segment, but we really wanted to get in depth into this one because this was an important one. For Vlad, the wrestling expert, for Robert, Tough Bros, and Asian, I'm glad if you guys had a good time today. I appreciate you coming on and joining us for this wrestling talk. It was fun. This is literally the best life can be. There's nothing above this. All right, so hit like and subscribe. Yes, there's nothing. The only thing better would be if we got more subscribers. So please subscribe. We need that.
Come on, guys.
We're trying to get monetized. We're trying to hit 1,000. Okay, so that would be nice. So anybody out there likes wrestling, classic wrestling, tell your friends. We got it all covered. We're going to try to put out some content consistently on the weekly. Thank you guys for coming on. That'll be it for this week. We'll see you next time.